All right, today we've got a toolbox tour, so I'll get right into it. We've got our lights, our fender covers, some earring protection, and oil and lotion. You know, when you wash your hands a ton of times when they get oily, they get all cracked in the winter, so just stuff like that. First one, bunch of clips. Very useful for when you break a clip, which will happen a lot. It's inevitable. Then we got our junk drawer. Just a bunch of random stuff in here. I mean, nothing special about it. Got our scanner, tire tool, another scanner, bore scope, extra mirror lights. That's just for storage, but basically the electrical diag drawer. I also have a toolbox up there that just has multimeter and a bunch of other stuff. This is our extra drawer where we got our handy dandy. I love this thing, dude. You can grab bolts that you drop. When you drop in, it goes a mile away from where you're at. You can find it anywhere on the engine using that tool. I got some gauges. If your hood struts are weak, use these to hold up your hood, and then I recommend changing out the hood struts. Again, kind of random. Got our impact driver. Don't really use this much. If you can't get it out with just a normal impact, use your air hammer, and you can twist brake rotor screws pretty easily. Pipe wrenches for like inner tie rods, files, screwdrivers. Have not used the saw yet on any cars. Not any cars anyways. Cutters, trim removal, and clip removal tools, and a deburring tool if you drill any holes. We kind of got more diag stuff. Automotive stethoscope, so you can listen to stuff and blow your eardrums out if something's too loud. These are very sensitive. Spark tester, mostly handy on small engine equipment, saws, mowers, stuff like that. Spark plug gapper, a bunch of feeler gauges, thread measurer, a fuel line disconnect. That's supposed to be somewhere else. Our pick drawer. These are very handy. Pocket pry bars for the transmission techs out there. These are awesome for building transmissions. Battery cleaner, plastic razors for scraping gaskets, scraping oil change stickers off of windshields without messing up the tint. Some brake tools. Most popular one, the pliers. Very useful. If I had to choose my top three would be these ones for radiator hoses, like those spring constant tension clamps. These are awesome. These are awesome for rounded brake bleeders. They grip really tight and they're good at getting some leverage on there. And then we've got a plastic connector disconnect. Doesn't give you too much leverage to break anything, but enough to pull to get connectors disconnected. And bonus one, flush cut cutters for zip ties. Already did that one. Got the main one. We got sockets. This is all Tecton. Basically, everything I get is Tecton as far as hand tools and stuff like that. Electric tools, I get Milwaukee because, I don't know, that's just what I've always gotten. Only thing I don't like about these, they don't have the sizes on them. You got to just guess. Like, the size is on the socket, but you're going like, I need a 10. And, I got lucky. So, yeah, 10. You get decent at guessing after you use them for a while, but that's kind of annoying. Got our ratchets. Electric ratchet, amazing. Definitely get that sooner than you think you'll need it because it saves so much time. Assortment of ratchets, torque wrenches, everything here. Everything here that's possible to get torque to spec, it does. Let's see here. Got extensions. Nothing real special. I like these wobbly extensions. They don't wobble as much as a universal socket or joint or whatever, but they have enough to where you can get into some tight spaces. And locking extensions are awesome too because the socket won't pop off. Wrenches, Allen keys. Have not used these, but these are like bolt cutters. They just slice into the bolt or the nut. They slice into a nut, crack it open to relieve tension, get it off if it's rusty. Standard wrenches, hardly ever use those. Mostly use metric. One thing I don't like is these always, you can see they get out of sorts when you close the drawer. I wish these were soft close drawers, but they're not. More stuff. I love these swivel sockets. They really save space. if you're in a really tight area versus having a socket, then a wobbly, it's built into one. So yeah, again, from Tecton. I believe these are security torques. I thought that's what they're called. And then normal impact torques. And I think these are 12 point. Yeah. So, yep. See, that's the one thing I don't like about these is if you slightly don't get it on right, it won't shut. There you go. Ratcheting wrenches. I hardly really use these. They're only useful for sway bar links that are really close to stuff where you can't get a socket in. I've used these a lot for that with a cheater bar on the end of them. Normal wrenches, use these quite a bit. Standard, or not standard, metric size, metric, crow's feet, awesome for, again, low clearance, can't get a socket over there but want to torque something to spec, use these at a right angle, and then you're good. Or you can do, there's a math formula you can do, because if you use it in any direction, it will throw off your torque spec when using a torque wrench, so something to keep in mind. More ratcheting wrenches, these index, I've had these for a long time. The index, so you can get where you want to be. Again, just everything in the mechanic and automotive world is, there's not much space, so try to make the most of it. Impact stuff, adapters. These are really useful for when you don't have the exact right socket. Like if you need well, I don't have any like 3/4 inch things, but it's good to have all kinds of adapters. These are amazing for putting on cordless ratchet, impacts. It's just a wobbly, but it's not super loose. So you have some control over it, but enough to get into tight spaces. Then we got our huge thing. So let's see if this is, I don't remember which one I have is dedicated to. Yes, so the L5P Duramax diesel, their fuel filter. It is this size, 36. If you need to do a fuel filter, get this. Do not try to use pliers on it because you will round that cup or crack it and then you're screwed. We got our persuasive drawer, all the hammers, cheater bar, pry bar, punches. I got some metal, like surface cleaner stuff, like cleaning up metal, getting grossness off of aluminum, steel, stuff like that. But all of our hammers. Already did that one once again. Got all of our electric stuff. Well, most of it. The other one was in there, you remember. All of our impacts, some drills, batteries, stuff like that. Nothing too special. I have one air impact in case everything else dies. And then we got the junk drawer, smoke machine, tape, respirator, extra gloves, towel to lay on their customer's seat so you don't stain it when you get all dirty and gross. And then finally, Toolbox's Master Force. I've had this for quite a while. It's been awesome. I've never had an issue. We had an old one. The only thing that messed up on it was I was angry and I yanked this drawer out and it messed up one of the bearings, but it was able to get thrown back together. So don't get mad at your toolbox and it will last you. The owner's manual for this says to spray WD-40 on the slides and use car wax on the outside. I haven't used car wax, but I have used WD-40 on the slides. Just helps them slide easier. So there's the Toolbox Tour. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.